Yes, virtuous woman. We were going to go on live together tonight. Thank you, RC, R Captain 123 for your thank you for your condolences. Hey everybody. Hello Maryland.
Hey Miss Jen.
Hello DMV area.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTubers? What's up, our IGs? Thank you guys for tuning in tonight with clips and cocktails with Trina and Bon. And of course, you guys see we have our purple people eater.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys want to know what it is grape vodka, a little bit of regular vodka, and some Sprite. It's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy, very inexpensive. Oh, she's on live with little Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's important.
Okay, that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tonight's episode was super heavy, super thick, and my heart still goes out to little Kevin like right now. Yeah. And lately, I think Tawanda has been on there with him, especially as his godmother,
mm-hmm.
you know, to do like a little check-in after
mm-hmm.
the episodes. Oh, so I'm glad that she's doing that because I know that he is going through after seeing that episode because as a matter of fact, I am too. I started, you know, I'm probably a little weird faced because, you know, just my heart bleeds for him tremendously. I'm glad you guys watched tonight's episode. I can't believe that next week is going to be even more explosive.
Yeah, I thought
I'm not sure if I'm prepared for that.
I thought we were going to get all of that
over tonight, but no, we didn't.
But of course, the magic of editing, they made sure they stretched it out. But it's I got to live a long time with my mom, and it still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't, for the life of me, imagine how that young man feels losing his mom at such a young age, and then having to fight battles that were never meant for him to fight. He's just dealing with a lot. I feel sorry for him.
Yes, and it is a lot of responsibility to take on, not just his feelings, but he's taking on the feelings of his father. You know what I mean? So he can't even grieve properly the way he wants to, and going through a divorce at the same time. I can't imagine.
And the other thing is that I was never asked to do it, but there's no way I could answer why my mother did something, because the thing that people, I think intrinsically people know, but it never gets talked about or defined, and that is who your mother is and who your father's wife was are two totally different people. Like, I knew Mom. I didn't know Lonnie Scales. That was somebody else. She was my mom. I knew her name, but she was my mom. So the adult conversations, and my parents, you know, would keep my brother and I out of adult conversations until we were well into our 30s. You know, that's just how it was. So me trying to pretend to know what my mother meant by what she said or when she said it, you can't even ask me that question because I didn't know that person you were talking to. Luckily, I never had to deal with that with anything, you know. But there's no way, I'm not saying there's no way, but in most instances, most occurrences, the child is not going to know why the mom did anything because, you know, parents make decisions and then they inform the kid. So you just react to whatever the decision was. You're not part of the decision-making process. So how would you know?
Well, another thing is this, like the Vaughn that I know is different from the Vaughn your sons know. The Vaughn that I know is different from what everyone else sees.
The nice one.
I do. I know the super fun Vaughn, you know, that everybody's not supposed to see. Everybody's not supposed to see the intimacies that go on between a husband and wife. They're just not. That's why when we film our show, they're not allowed in our bedroom. That's a sacred place. People shouldn't see where we rest and lay.
You were entertaining a show a long time ago, and in the contract they wanted to put
cameras in the bedroom. Lost your mind totally, fully, and completely.
Like, you know what? If you doing that one, you're doing it by yourself.
I wouldn't do it. I mean, you just never know what's happening throughout the course of your night while you're asleep.
No. That's not even it. It's just the fact that they wanted complete and total
control,
access to your
access,
life.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nah, I see something on TV that I didn't. No, I was glad. I knew you weren't going to do it, but I was really glad when you told them to kick rocks.
Yeah,
That's very
that was a big negative, soldier. That was never going to happen. That was never, ever, ever going to happen. So, and I do want to say my heart goes out to everyone right now who is going through the grieving process. There's not a time limit. No one can ever put a time limit on your grief. If it's been, someone said it's been 10 years since they lost their sister, and I can't imagine.
I don't know that it matters. It's the thing about grief for me is I just measure it in my initial reaction when I think of someone who passed on. Excuse me. And when my dad died, he died first. He died when I was 47, so he's been gone 9 years now. Um, I think about him, I would tear up. Think about him, I get sad. And that happened for some time. And then one day I thought about him and I laughed first. And I'm like, okay, that's the progress. The same thing with my mom. And my father had Alzheimer's, so he was, losing his mind. But my mom, right up until the time she went unconscious, we talked and we joked, and she teased me and all of that stuff. I mean, right up until the day she couldn't speak anymore. So I got a lot of questions answered, a lot of that, but still, when she passed on, it hurt, and it took a while, but you cry, then you get sad, and then I think about it now. The first thing I do is I laugh. I hate that you didn't get to meet my father. First off, he would have loved you, but I hate that he didn't get a chance to see me happy. But I've told you this. I think that I think my mother stayed around as long as she could, as long as she did. She's just worried about me. I mean, I for a long time I figured I was going to end up alone and by myself because I just couldn't get relationships right for whatever reason. And my mom, I won't say what she said, but my mom, when she was laying on her deathbed, she knew that you and I were going to be okay.
Yeah, I loved her. She was a good woman. She was a really great woman. Yes. And I'm going to be honest, grief takes you through so many different transitions in your life, and you have to let yourself grieve, excuse me. Don't worry about the weight gain right now. It'll come off. Don't worry about, laying in that bed that one extra day. You'll get up, but you have to keep swimming though. You can't just, you have to get up. Your loved one wouldn't want you to just get depressed and be depressed. Yeah, they still want you to live your life. They still want you to live your best life. Just like Attorney Weems was saying, Tracy loved a good party.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why when we did her homecoming, it was a celebration of her life. And that's what she wanted. And that was important for us to do what she wanted.
And the thing about it is she said, and then it was said on that thing that she wanted people to smile about her life, to reflect and have a good time, to celebrate. And so, when we had my mom's thing, she forbid us to have a funeral for her, and she didn't want, she said, wait, until, because both my parents are cremated, wait till the ashes come back and take some time, wait till the harsh crying and all that stuff is over. And then by the time we did it a month later, it was almost like a party, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And when I saw that, it kind of changed my perspective on death. And when you remember, we were standing in St. Louis, and I looked at you. I'm like, this is what your sister wanted. Yeah.
And like Jock had for his mom.
Jock,
like
my boy
Jock,
Jock.
yeah.
Boy Jock. Most people know him as Romeo on K-Day, Morning Drive. But his mom recently passed and had the same type of thing. But the funny thing is, he and his mother and my mother were real close. They were like best friends. So they wanted the same things. So.
And yes, someone asked me, somebody lost, Miss Princess 21 lost her friend to cancer. I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah. You may be eating your feelings, but baby, you look amazing. Right. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much.
What time are we shutting this one off? All right.
And we want to say thank you to our members on YouTube.
Yeah,
thank you guys for subscribing. We really appreciate it. And I just, I have to be honest, I'm almost speechless because I'm very heavy tonight. I am very
What in
heavy.
particular?
What in particular am I heavy about? Little Kevin. and his feelings.
He's going through it.
That he feels like it has to be an emergency for him to reach out. I almost forgot those words.
Yeah.
And
I when you guys said what you said at the table, I held my tongue because, that scene wasn't focused on you and I.
Mm-hmm.
But I completely understand. It's like, family support is a huge issue.
Yes.
It's a blessing to have it. However, as a man, he's trying to figure his life out, on his own. Because the honest answer is that most men know that there just isn't a lot of support like that for men. It's a man's job to comfort his wife, his girlfriend, his mom, his whomever, and kind of just eat your feelings, which is one of the reasons why we not eat food, but just suppress, because that's one of the reasons why men die sooner, is because we don't let things go. You guys talk a lot and you get things out, and we hold it in, and it raises cortisol levels and causes high blood pressure and heart issues and everything else. So,
well, one of the things is this, though, dear. When you talk about family support, what does that look like for you? I'm not talking about you as a person. I'm putting it out there like for people. You have to be able to articulate what that looks like for you. And at the time, little Kevin didn't seem to be able to articulate that at the table.
Well,
because he was like, where does that leave me as a man? If I keep leaning on you guys, where does that leave me as a man? I don't know what that support looks like for me. I don't know what I want it to look like.
Not know, but he and I went, so from where he was sitting, so he was sitting to our left, remember? Mm-hmm. Now at the back wall there was a partition,
right?
And he and I went back there and talked for 20 minutes. So I mean, I'm not going to say it here, but he articulated fully what he meant by that. Why am I fighting such and such battle? I've got to get, and now I'm losing my wife, and I'm going to have to get scheduled time with my kid, stuff like that. He was saying, he laid it out, and we had, we had a conversation that I believe he should have had with his dad.
But maybe at the time, through his grieving and his father's grieving, he wasn't able to do that at that time.
I'm certain that if he, let's be realistic. I've only been in the dude's life 7 years, so if his purging of feelings rolled all the way down to me, it had to be pretty bad. Because I would have never thought that I would have that conversation with him. I was shocked when he said, "Oh, can I talk to you?" So I figured that would have been your grandfather,
my brother,
your brother, hell, even Sean. Yeah, because Sean's been in your lives for so long. I was very surprised when he.
Well, but remember, Tawana just had to add her on here.
Yeah. Right.
But remember, little Mikey, when we were at the table, little Mikey, had a lot of words to say. I don't know how that was cut out.
But I was right, and I was shocked at him doing that. He seems so quiet. I just
added her. Why didn't it add?
Oh, it's right there. It's right there. That's why you can hear it. Hit it. There it is.
There you go. Hey, Hey, how was your talk with little Kevin?
Amazing.
Good.
Amazing. I'm so proud. I told him we're so proud of him.
Yes.
So proud of him.
So proud.
Just for everything. I know it's a lot on his shoulders.
Yes.
But I'm just proud of him.
We can't.
Proud of him. And
we don't know how.
He thanked. He was on.
We'll just wait. We'll do it after.
For a promise. He thanked us for just all of that. Just all of that.
Are we allowed to click in little Kevin? How does that work?
Yeah, you can add more people.
You mean a lot?
Look at that. Like the.
No, did he try to join?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He didn't try to join. No, he's got a request. We're not going to ask him. That man.
He went through a lot.
That man don't want to be on here. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do that.
Yeah, he just, he's just an amazing nephew. He's an amazing man, and we're just really, really proud of him. And I'm just thankful that there's clarity.
For sure.
Finally.
For sure.
This episode was amazing clarity. I wish that we were able to. I explained it before, but I'm just glad that we were able to clarify a lot of the stuff that was.
Hey, Jen.
He was able to actually make the comments that they didn't put in the actual show.
Right.
Yeah. That's great.
Hey, excuse me one second.
Sean.
Excuse me 1 second. That bald icon, yeah, that they're advertising on here. Get them off. Block them all together. No, sir.
Oh yes, that's what we do.
No. How dare you?
Delete people.
How dare you?
On Kevin's other account, I can join.
No, go away. Kevin, if that's the truth, call my phone. It's right here.
Yeah. Text
Clown.
Uncle Von.
Clown.
I don't know.
Whoever's pretending to be little Kevin. Whoever's pretending to be little Kevin to get on the live.
People are weird.
Yeah, but
Call my phone, little Kev, if that's you.
well, he didn't call, so it's probably not him. Anyway, make a long story short, too late. I'm just glad that we got to get into.
Is that for me?
Yeah, but to the meat and potatoes of a lot of things that he was feeling, and he was able to express it on his own, and nobody spoke for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He told his truth and his feelings, and he was in a forum that allowed him that opportunity to do so. And I'm so glad, and I'm so happy for him that he felt safe with us to release those feelings.
Yep. But I want to give Trina a shout out too, because in that whole thing, she was just like, Tracy didn't leave it to us. She didn't leave it to none of the sisters.
Yeah.
She left it to her seed to carry on her lineage, and ain't nobody else say that.
Yeah.
Right.
So big up to you, Trina, for standing up and saying what you need to say when you need to say it.
Well, I'm going to say big up to Tawana next week, because Tawana.
What I do?
No, you know what you did.
You know what you did next week
Oh shit!
when you called OGN.
Oh, well, they showed it a little piece of
That
it.
ain't even.
That's not even a fraction.
That's nothing.
Peace in heaven. They showed a fraction.
Y'all wait, because I remember I sat there with my mouth hanging open.
I mean, a lot of it is going to end up in the editing room for understand, but it's just that it becomes annoying when it's been the same negative narrative for years after years after years. So annoying. And then when you're finally able to really speak up on behalf of what the truth is, that's refreshing.
Yeah.
That's the refreshing part. And you can just take it or leave it. You can eat the fish and throw away the bones. I don't give a damn. But just know that you get sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
That's just it. And you get tired of that negative narrative all the time. And although I am not lowering my vibrational energy or frequency for anybody, I'm raising it so maybe somebody else can too.
Yeah. And somebody just quoted you, said, "Don't push me," in quotes.
That's the new shit.
We love y'all back.
I mean, it's just what it is, because I'm not that. I've never been that sister to tell people's business. I just don't do that. I just don't do that. And I was very careful. Even then, I was extremely careful to not share the things that
he told you in confidence. Right.
Spicy Blue 11, thank you.
That anybody told that things that anybody told me in confidence, whether it was our nephew Kevin, the rest of my nephews, you, Trina, Vaughn, Sean, Tracy, Tony, Tamar, Mommy, Daddy, Mikey. I just don't do that. And I don't care what people do to me. I don't turn back and do them the way that I just don't do that. I just don't. I don't.
And you know what? And just to piggyback what you're saying, even you and your ex, it's so much stuff that went down that happened that don't nobody know.
Yeah, that's that's true.
No. And that shit being a fault. I mean, no.
But as it should, though. It's not for everybody to know.
I just don't do that. I mean, even with people who has tried to I don't know, to ruin me in a sense of dragging me. People who I was extremely close to. They got mad and pissed off at me for not doing things the way that they wanted me to do things. And they got mad and they tried to, you know what I'm talking about, and they tried to drag me and say things about me. I didn't turn around and talk about them. Around and go on the streets and drag their names. I just did not do it. That, you know what I always said, Trina? Do you remember what I always said?
What you always said?
I forgive them. I forgive them.
You know what?
I forgive them. I forgive them, but they can never sit at my table.
Right. Yeah. Right. You can forgive, but the relationship is over.
They can never sit at my table. Even if I see them, I'll say hi. How you doing? You good? You good? Oh, congratulations. All of that. I wish you well in all of your endeavors. I do. I wish everybody well. If you shit on me, I don't turn around and shit. I don't do that.
I got two people. Right.
I don't.
I got two people in my life that we were once almost like brothers. And for things that happened, we will never even sit in the same room again. But I'm still not telling their secrets. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Who you talking about? Whisper in my ear.
Oh boy.
You've never met them. They were gone before you showed up.
Tawanda, I'm not gonna lie, I had to do a quick little chuckle because when you was like, I forgive them, I forgive you, you know what it reminded me of? Kingdom Come, remember that movie? And it was Anthony Anderson and Jada Smith. Remember the movie Kingdom Come? And it was Anthony Anderson and Jada Smith. And she was like, we want to take this flippy surfy and like, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you.
Yeah.
It was a little too heavy. I had to make it a little bit lighter because it was just heavy. It was heavy on my heart.
I've never seen that movie,
so
I'm sure it was funny.
Trina, stay on cry mode. So.
Yeah.
Or you be like, Trina, what you want from McDonald's? No.
Oh, be quiet, Sean. Big beta by beta.
But this Trina, this is who Trina has been.
I'm very sensitive.
She's
I'm a very sensitive person. And there's nothing wrong with being sensitive.
But that's the thing. That's why this is why I always be saying, I say this to the production company, I say it to the network. The magic is when all y'all are together somewhere doing, and y'all can just be sitting in the room looking at TV. That's when it happens. The songs start, the banter going back and forth, the laughing, the joking. That's the magic. So to see like Trina be like crying every 5 minutes, you cry like every 19 years, you know, and just everything in between. It's the balance of all the energies together that make the shit pop. So
to piggyback on what he said, can I piggyback on what he said? I want to tell a good story, and I didn't ruin it by filming it, but I'm kicking myself for not doing it. So
you're chock full of stories tonight.
Yeah, this is a great one. So when Tracy was sick, of course, everybody was up there. And Trina and I were up there. And Tamar asked me to pick her up from the airport. So I was going to go. Trina's like, I'll go. And then Tony wanted to go.
Yeah.
And then Tawanda wanted to go. And so we're all in the car. And then we picked Tamar up. And so all of them, every sister except for Tracy was in the car. And we playing music. And then this song, Night to Remember by Shalimar came on.
Oh, yeah.
And it was starting to play. And then Tony said, no, start it over. And then you guys had some conversation about octaves,
the notes and stuff,
or whatever. All right, play it now. And to this day, first off, they sang the shit out of that song. It was one of my favorite songs, but they sang it so well that I can't listen to it anymore because it's missing a part, because they sang it in 4-part harmony. And it's only 3 with them, so it doesn't sound right to me anymore.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was incredible. I should have taped like 15 seconds of it. That's one of my favorite memories. So what Sean said, that's the magic.
The magic.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Those are good times. Those are great. Those are the greatest times in the world.
Yeah.
You don't sound like you like,
because I'm just thinking about a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
you get flushed with memories and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lifetime of memories that nobody will really be able to understand.
Hey, excuse me 1 second. We got another clown. Cap caller 728. Yeah.
Vaughn be calling out their whole like legal name.
If I had it, I would.
Oh, that's bless cap callers. You know, these you have to understand. Some of these people are planted in here from you know who.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
People really do that?
Absolutely
yes, they
what that is.
do.
What?
Yeah, they're planted.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But what they, like I said, like we said, what they don't know, they like. It doesn't matter. They're low vibrational crap.
Man.
Shit. So.
But you know what? You're probably right. And then people just make things up because what was just said is categorically untrue. So I saw something
categorically untrue. Now, exactly.
Categorically.
Exactly.
That we know that because I watched Sean and Tracy joke all the time. So,
she called him Sheen.
Yeah.
So that's not true. That's just not true. So someone just came in here and I don't. It's like people.
Well, it's a lot that I could really say, but I'm just deciding not to.
Yeah.
Because out of the respect of my nephew, I'm not going. But like I told people, we've known Tracy all of our lives.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All of our lives.
This is especially delicious tonight, Jennifer.
Can I tell Trina something?
Yes.
Kind of strong.
She is trimming up. She's losing weight, and her neck and shoulders are looking awesome. You're looking good, and I see what you're doing. I see it, and that's the way it is.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Shauna.
See, I told her that her little collarbone was starting to show again, and she's like, she just walked away from me. So thank you. Yeah.
Love it.
See you, Trina.
You getting ready.
Get ready. Yeah. I mean, as I heal, my body is healing as well.
Yeah. And you know what? You got a lot of that stuff out.
That's amazing.
So maybe because you weren't talking about it.
Yes.
You know, so maybe that's part of it.
Well, I got rid of my weight. So now I'm losing this weight.
Yeah.
So still a process.
You know, everything in life is a process.
Yes. What? You can't stop.
This person said Trina's boobies are blooming.
Oh.
You know, yeah, they are. You knew that shirt looked like that when you put it on. Leave it there. It's fine. You don't need him pretending now.
You good as long as we can't see no areolas.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jonathan.
That's true. That's the difference between it being acceptable and it being a PG. Yeah, exactly. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, but we'll see y'all later.
Hey guys, bye everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. But we're gonna stay.
Come in second place. I won.
Yeah, we were in first place.
I am okay with not winning something in driving. Who likes to drive? Nobody.
If they'd have started us in pole position where we were side by side, I might have had a shot. But I started behind you, and then the trainer got in front of us.
Please, if you're not first, you're last.
Well, then
that means you were last too.
Listen. It doesn't matter. He was first. You were not.
You're first. You're first in my book,
thank
baby.
You, dear. We'll have a rematch. We'll have a rematch, but we're gonna do gas powered ones outside though.
I'm not doing that.
I'm talking about him. You won't even be there. It'll be me and him. You are not invited.
I'll be there to give the first place trophy to you.
Okay, it'll be he and I.
First place. He wasn't even first place.
No, we do it again.
He's going to be first place.
We do it again with gas powered. I will.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you're losing.
That's right. Keeping those rates, those insurance rates low.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just that.
That's right. My rates are low.
You can't lead. You must follow.
You talking big shit over there? That's cool.
Yo, you won't get us.
All right.
I don't do with my hands.
All right. You use them to cover your mouth.
Tomorrow trying to Ricky Bobby up.
Sounds good.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, keep talking. Yeah.
So unfunny. So
make
unfunny.
It that much sweeter. Go ahead.
Trina, this is some funny stuff. That's why you have that little smirk on your face. You don't want to laugh because Vaughn there.
I can laugh in front of Vaughn. Vaughn, I laugh all the time.
I'm gonna tell you, she's gonna call me later on, honey. She's gonna say, okay, Tazun's I have to say that was a little funny, but you said yeah, it was a little funny.
That's funny.
Hey, Cakes by Keon.
Hey, Cakes by Keon. Hey, Keon.
What's up, bro?
I say, boo, Keon.
Oh, you know what that means.
Yeah, you know what that means.
Trina and Vaughn was supposed to meet us that day, and they weren't there that day.
Oh, yeah.
What day was that?
We just wanted to see y'all. It was a special time.
Yeah, y'all went to a premiere thing. Y'all was supposed to be with us that day.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Thing, yeah.
We are very sorry.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
That means they owe us dinner.
No.
Where
Because
did
y'all
we
go
take
to the
him?
expensive restaurant.
No,
We went to Mr. Child with $1,000 bill. No.
No.
We paid last time.
No, they paid last time, but
No, you
Vaughn didn't know
didn't.
how to order. They got his ass.
Oh.
You gotta order that. We go order the same way, and it's literally half the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
But that was my first
So when
time
they
at
got
Mr.
him
Child's. I didn't know.
He was paying like $200 for each dish.
Yeah.
When it could have been like $500 for like 9 people. Like it's just a way to order, but you gotta know how to do it.
You were sitting right there. Why didn't you tell me?
It was like this nigga, I guess the nigga balling tonight.
Whatever. First of all, Amore said that she was there with me at Bowie when I was Miss Freshman. Hey, bitch, you?
Yes, you? Trina.
Yes.
Vaughn, my
Yeah.
birthday's coming up. So
y'all should take each other out to eat.
Trina.
No. When he
We
takes
always
her out,
come
he's
to
gonna
my
take us out
birthday.
too.
Oh, for their birthday? Their
Yeah,
birthday's coming up.
For her birthday, he's gonna take us out.
And then she
Like
gonna take
when
us
we
out for his birthday because it's the next day.
Right, like when
I'm gonna take y'all to Mr. Powell, the famous chef.
like
That-
when we went
no,
to we went to Ruth's Chris that time. They came with us and Tamika and Darnell. Remember that for your birthday?
Oh, and they were singing.
Yeah. I was
What
another-
birthday? What birthday was that? Was that when we first started dating and you stood up and you gave your speech? Twat, remember that?
No, it was at the same.
That was a whole table.
I didn't. First off, I didn't volunteer.
Yeah.
First off, I didn't volunteer. You asked me to speak, and I said I didn't want to. And then Tawanda said, "You need to speak here," and she just hit me in the
You're
shoulder with the
welcome.
mic.
Exactly.
And Ronnie and Shamari were there.
I was scared to
Yeah.
death. There
That
was
was
like
a
40
good old
people there.
dinner in a little private area.
Yes.
See?
Yeah, but no, it was us 4 plus Tamika and Darnell, and we went for your birthday one time. I know you don't remember.
No.
It was a night when I revealed I just learned how to do something new. Sean know what I'm talking about. But
Did you make it a night to remember?
yeah, I did. Of course.
Get ready. That was a pun.
I
You
know.
just-
I know, and I said yes, I did.
Ain't talking about-
That's my song. I know what you meant, and the answer was yes.
It takes y'all so long.
Oh my God.
It's like
What?
literally-
I'm getting off of that. On that note,
What happened?
What up?
What did we miss?
no. What?
Are you and Sean over there in the dark doing darkness things? Ew, get off.
No.
Charging the phone, charging the car. Remember I told you we're at this a fun fly. Remember I told you?
Oh yeah.
This helicopter. I flew my helicopter that I built by myself.
Oh,
I
you flew.
it today.
You flew.
Huh?
You flew.
I flew it today. I
Nice.
built it myself.
No,
I built it myself.
no.
Oh, you did. Bun has yet to put his together.
My
All right,
airplane.
Vaughn. I
Yeah.
need to talk to Vaughn.
Yeah.
How long ago did I buy that, Sean? Because Sean told me where to go.
You bought it. While we were in DC.
Yes.
With your sister.
Yes. So it's
I
been
need-
2 years.
I need the brain, the CPU for the plane, and I if you got a remote, I'll buy no remote off you too.
Vaughn.
What?
Okay, I'm saying this on live in front of the whole world.
Oh God, keep it
I
clean.
want you to show up. I have the transmitter, I have the planes, I have the batteries, I have the receivers. All you have to do is show up. I'm just trying to get you to show up. If you show up one time, you will be straight. I have at home how many transmitters? A whole bunch. Bro, they are coming out my ass. They everywhere.
Well, you're never home, first and foremost.
Well, I don't want
No,
those
I
ones.
am home.
You always out.
Nobody says, but what y'all need to do is say, hey, we coming over this day, and we'll say, cool, we'll have everything prepared and ready for you, but we ain't never get no phone call to say, hey, we on our way to your house.
Okay, that's fine. Somebody said Tawanda don't play. Mr. Clock don't play.
Don't play.
Mr. Clark.
Huh?
Next weekend, for the next 2 weekends, I'm gonna be home in town, and
What?
you know the flying field is close to the house.
All right.
No,
well,
but
I
we're
can't-
going away, though.
Next week I can't. My son gets married.
Yeah,
next
my
weekend.
bonus baby gets married.
Evan gets married next weekend. So the weekend after I'll be there. Yeah.
After that.
I get back.
After that.
Just come. Listen, so Vaughn, I have transmitters. I have a buddy box. So if you want to get your feet wet and you like, okay, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I can take you up.
Yeah.
I'll make sure you don't crash. I got the chargers, the batteries. All you got to do is drive your ass up there, and we can be in the air in minutes. That's that.
I want to do that because I haven't flown in years. The last one I had, I had a gas powered inducted fan, F4 Phantom, and I sold it. I used to have a Corsair too, but it's been years since I've flown.
Yeah, but we're gonna take this brief time out to shout out Tuxedo Brand Coffee. You can go to tuxedobrandcoffee.com. We have decaf, so you can go and get some decaf. And we also the Healy tape is in Walmart stores right now.
And coming soon.
Coming soon is the bump for pregnant people.
It's a pregnancy tape that will help a pregnant woman help support her stomach, in the last trimester. And it also has magnesium and menthol in it.
And jojoba oil.
And this will be available in Walmart in November. But right now, the Healy tape is available at all Walmarts nationwide.
Is it jojoba oil? Is it jojoba?
Jojoba. It's not
Jojoba
jojoba.
oil.
It's jojoba oil, not jojoba.
And we also want to take this time out to thank our subscribers and our new members on YouTube. Make sure you guys go subscribe, become a member. Members will get amazing special benefits, and we will discuss that even more on Monday during our cooking show. And we're just excited for what's going on in our lives right now.
You guys want to talk about your wedding before we go?
Oh, he proposed?
Are you serious?
This nigga over here.
Are you really serious?
Yeah.
You're being serious.
Good night.
What? Bye, y'all.
No. You're being serious?
I'm saying good night.
But you're playing, right?
I'm saying good night.
But
Thank you for coming out. God bless you and good night.
They hung up. You wait a minute.
Yeah, the facial line is coming up soon.
Wait. You don't remember him proposing? They just had a wine tasting.
Can I holler at you for a second? Give me your phone. Give me your phone.
For what?
Just give me your phone.
Oh.
So anyway, make a long story short, too late.
I don't know.
We are going to okay, no, we're not, because Mike is writing something. Look. I don't know what he's talking about. So, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna switch on over to YouTube, and we will see our members there in just a minute and our subscribers. We'll see y'all in like 15 seconds.
All right,
Thank y'all.
bye. You still can't say anything because we're still live over here. I'm just gonna say it now. Who was that?
That's Lil Mikey.
No, I'm saying who was that?
The Braxton's _We TV.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, welcome. Oh, I had to belch. Oh my gosh, that is so nasty.
But you do it every week. Let's be real. I mean, it ain't.
I had to remove the stale air. Okay, so speaking of proposal, do you think that it's cool? Because Tawanda mentioned this on the show, on the Braxtons tonight. Do you think it's cool for women to propose to men?
You're asking me if I think it's like, I think women should do whatever they want to do, but it depends on the guy. Are you asking? Were you asking?
We're already married, so I'm not going to ask you.
Are you asking me if I would have been cool if you proposed
Well,
to me?
the times are changing. You know what I mean? And there are more and more women who are proposing to men. And if a woman does propose to a man and he says no, should they continue on with the relationship?
Well,
and is there a time factor?
No. That's an easy answer. If, in my opinion, if you propose to a person and they say no, the relationship is over, in my opinion.
But what if a person says, not right now.
No.
Because just because someone might be ready doesn't mean the other person's ready.
If I'd have asked you and you said no, I'd have been done. I'd have left that day. No.
Did you see that ring? I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Well, I know. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that so I think. Okay, here's my true feeling. I think a woman asking a man to marry her upsets the natural order of things, but that's me, and I'm also almost 60 years old, so things do change. What?
Just a little oil.
Well, okay. It's the damn lights. But anyway,
Lights will make you oily.
like they do, because you get hot. Like my face sweats with oil. Anyway,
face sweats with oil.
Like, okay, segue. On the show, I don't wear makeup, and she said I was always going to look oily. But what I know about my skin is like in between shows, if I just go in a bathroom, it could be at a hotel, restaurant or whatever, put soap on my hands and I wash my face with soap and water, it's going to take the sheen. I know I've got 90 minutes of oil free. So I know my face, and it's been, I didn't do it before we came on, so that's why. But anyway, I think that it upsets the natural order of things. But if the two people that are involved are okay with it, I mean, that's none of my business, but for me, it wouldn't sit right. It would not sit right. It would honestly, if you had proposed to me, it would make me feel like a woman. I've never seen that in my face. I've never seen that anywhere but on social media. I've never seen it in real life.
So you feel like a woman should kneel down in front of a man give him a ring and ask him to marry her?
Well, see, here's the thing about that is I don't believe in the kneeling down thing, because people talk all this stuff about equality and all of this, and in my opinion, like when I proposed to you, we were sitting next to each other, and somebody at the table, I think it was Kevin, I think it was Kevin or David, one of them said, "Get out on one knee." I'm like, I don't do that. So I spoke to her as my equal with respect, and I told her how I felt. And who was that?
Russell.
Well, just tell him no. And
Russell, I'm gonna call you right back. I'm on YouTube Live. Okay, it's okay, later.
And see, okay, so here's the thing. People that are older than me.
What happened?
Turn it off.
Just wait a segundo.
That's the turn it off. Just push the thing. Just push the button.
Give me a segundo.
Push the button.
I left my wallet in El Segundo.
So I just posted about that, but funny. But like a lot of people that are older than me, a lot of men that are older than me, didn't understand when I said I didn't get on one knee. And it's not like you were special.
Yes, I am.
No, I mean, okay, it's not like I didn't do it for you. I was married before. I've been divorced 20 years when we got married rather. And I didn't get on a knee with her either. That's something I just don't like it. So if I can change, a time-honored custom, who am I to say that, a woman can't propose to a man? But I don't believe in the one knee thing, but I don't believe in it for men either. So I don't even know if my son did that. I have no idea.
Did you ask him? I'm gonna ask him.
Well, I'm gonna ask him now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't know, because he asked me. He asked because they saw the episode eventually, and they're like, "Why didn't you get on one knee?" And I explained it to them because they didn't know anything about that with their mom, because that just hadn't come up. But they did ask me about it, and I explained my reasoning. So I'm interested to see if he did. But do you think it's okay for a woman to ask a man to get married?
I think it depends on the woman.
So in some cases, it's okay.
I think it depends on the woman. But maybe she needs to see, maybe she wants to see where she stands. Maybe she's been with a man for 8 years and he hadn't asked her yet. And she was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just be the one to ask. And if he says no, then she really needs to get gone. After 8 years, maybe she's like, okay, well, I'm just going to put a little fire into the situation.
Well, I mean, okay, so they say it's not good to pressure a man into asking you to marry him. But I think that after a certain amount of time, I I think it's okay to apply some pressure. I really do, because see, the things that I understand now, I didn't understand in my 20s and 30s. I didn't know that women, quote unquote, had good years for marriage. I didn't understand that. And that was explained to me by a woman later on, which
What'd she say?
she said that for a woman with no kids, the prime time to get married is between, say, 23 and 30, because that's prime years where you're the most fertile and all of these things. And I didn't know that. I thought, and women can get married to whatever age, but
Yeah, all my years are good years.
but we weren't having any kids, so it's not the same. But and you weren't having any kids on your second marriage either, so it's not, it doesn't even apply. But a woman explained to me, and to be honest with you, I think that white women and black women's feelings are different on this, because this is a white woman that explained this to me, that it's essential for women to get married between the 23 and 30, because if they want to have healthy kids and they want to have as much time as possible while also being responsible, and not having kids in your teens and having to fight through life, but you can establish yourself to a degree and have kids during your prime time. So I didn't understand that until probably 10, 12 years ago. I had no comprehension of that. So if you've been with somebody for a period of time and they haven't asked, I don't know that the woman should ask, but I think it's absolutely okay for a woman to apply pressure, because she needs to know where she stands. I don't see a problem with that. Because if you're dating somebody and it pisses you off that they ask you if we're going to get married, then that in and of itself is a telltale sign to me.
I think they should definitely have the conversation, because I don't think anybody should propose if they don't know where they stand in a relationship.
Yeah, but
that's just me.
And you're
period.
Right. And you're right. But see, sometimes, and I can't speak for a woman, but for a guy, men get complacent, and it's okay. And in a lot of relationships, most relationships, damn near all now, you do all the married stuff, but you're just not married. So if the woman is doing that,
if she's doing all
the things that a wife would do,
she's doing all the cow stuff
without the title,
all the cow stuff.
I think to a certain degree she has a right to ask, where is this going? What are your intentions? What's your timeline? So because the way I look at it is, the only thing you owe anybody is the truth. After that, they have to make a choice. So if you tell somebody, I'm not ready to get married, I want to stay with you, then you can make a choice. Do I want to continue to stay with this person, or am I wasting my time? Would I like to go and try my hand someplace else? So like I said, I changed a time-honored tradition in my own life, so I can't pass judgment on anybody else doing it, but it isn't for me. Like getting on my knee is not for me. A woman asking me to marry her is also not for me. Although, thinking about it, maybe to some guys it'd be flattering because she wants to marry me so bad she's asking me. I don't know.
I was just curious about it. I didn't know.
The honest answer is if it works. If it works. If the relationship works, who cares? But I believe that there are male roles and female roles in marriage. I believe that. If other people don't, then that's your choice. But I think that there are certain things that a man's supposed to do, certain things a woman's supposed to do. I think both parties should have all the skill sets, though. If somebody gets sick or laid up or incapacitated, otherwise incapacitated, I think that both should, it's ridiculous for a man to be married and he doesn't know how to cook. I think it's ridiculous for a woman to be married and not know how to use a drill. Things like that. There are just certain things that the skill set should be maybe not to the same level, because I can cook. I'm not going to starve if she doesn't cook, but I'm not going to be as happy. She's competent in that. You know what I mean? And she can put things together, but she's not as competent in doing those things as I am.
Correct.
So, but I think that both parties should have the skill set. So I don't know.
Well, I guess To each his own. You know,
That's the thing.
What works for one person does not work for another, you know, and vice
it
versa.
Doesn't have to.
And, you know, even to that, some people don't believe in marriage. Some people don't want to get married.
And here's the thing.
Some people are afraid of marriage.
I can see. Well, okay, let's be real. When you and I were talking and getting to know each other, you asked me about if I wanted to get married again, and I said, yeah. And I asked you, and you said you didn't want to get married again. And I said, well, we don't have anything else to talk about.
Yes. And then your punk behind had the nerve to ask me if I had any friends.
I did. I'm like, well, if you don't want to get married, I liked the concept of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I may have had the wrong woman, and maybe it was the right woman at the wrong time, or maybe it was the right circumstance with the wrong woman. I don't know, whatever it was, but I liked the idea of it. And I knew that when I got divorced, I knew I was going to try it again. I didn't know it was going to take me 20 years, but I knew. But just like I knew, maybe you knew because of the things that you went through, you were never doing it again. So let's not waste time. I'm sure you got some friends. Maybe you have a friend that I might click with.
But first of all, first and foremost, jumping across the bridge like that is a horrible idea. I don't want to share things that I experienced with you with one of my friends. We're going to sit up and talk about it while we play pinochle. Nobody's doing that.
We hadn't even been intimate when
I know, but still, but you wanted to.
Excuse me?
You wanted to.
Well, of course I did.
And if I were a girl, sloppy seconds would not be my style. I would net to the burr.
But when we had that conversation.
But if we were getting to know each other and talking and stuff like that,
right.
That's me for a friend. Like sloppy seconds is not my style. As a friend, I wouldn't want to like have somebody else's.
But it wouldn't have been any skin off of either of our backs. I'm like, fine, maybe you got a friend, because I'm gonna keep looking because I want to get married again. I tried it once. I wanted to try it a second time. So
this is not Toy Story. I know you got a friend in me. We're not doing that. We're not.
Now you and I both know that had you and I just been friends, you'd have been a great wingman to me. You know that. You know that.
Okay, so you were talking about how things don't appeal to you. So what do you think appeals to a man, in your opinion? And I'm not talking about the new generation. I'm not talking about the new generation. Like, how does a woman appeal to a man?
See, but I'm not like most guys, because I have, been around, throughout my life, I've been around men that don't particularly care how smart a woman is. And, that's just, so if you ask me how you appeal to me, how a woman would appeal to me, she's got to be smart first. Because I was raised by an extremely intelligent mother. My mother's two sisters were intelligent. That's just a standard that I'm used to. So a dumb woman like gives me a headache. I can't even entertain that. I like a woman to tell me or teach me something I didn't know before. So you have to appeal to my brain, because I can find a pretty woman anywhere. Though it's so easy for a man to find an attractive woman in this day and age. I've been all over the world. I lived in 2 foreign countries, and I think I've visited a total of 19 now. And every place I go, I see beautiful women. So that's the standard, because I'm not gonna get with anybody that's not physically attractive to me. But the smart thing.
Yeah, if you can't hold a conversation,
it's gotta. To me, that's what it is. You got to be pretty. That's just a given, And then after that, it's intelligence, and then after that, it's the heart, the insides, softness, compassion, all those things that. If you want me to be dead honest, no matter what a guy says, and most guys admit this, but some guys, feel a little uncomfortable saying this, but most guys that had a good mom are looking for that in their wife. And that's what I found, and my dad. And that's what I mean when I wish if he had met you, he would have said, that's like your mama. You better hurry up. If he'd have met you, those are the words that my father would have told me. Like, don't jack around. Go. You know, so that's why I wish he would have met you, because I wish I could have heard that from him.
That was really nice of you. You okay?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm just smiling. No, I'm fine.
I'm just making
But
sure you're
how
okay.
does how to appeal to a man? I think I don't know if we get on this topic, but I think a lot of women want to compete with men nowadays. It's a tit for tat.
I don't.
No, you don't. Well, that's why we're together. But it's, I have degrees, I have my own money, I have this. Well, that's really just called being an adult, first thing. So that's not all that impressive. But the other thing is that, you know, like, okay, here's what a lot of guys don't want to hear. And I've never really heard this as a woman saying it to me, but I've heard my friend heard it said to my friends, and you just have to know how to handle me. But you handle animals, you don't handle a woman. You know, a grown woman shouldn't need to be handled. There's a way to treat her, but to handle that to me sounds a little bit barbaric. But anyway,
You just belch.
yeah, I guess. But anyway,
Is that your stomach?
that's my stomach. Yeah.
I ain't feed you today.
No, we ate enough, I think. But anyway, so, you know, if you are a guy and you have to, I'm going to speak from my perspective as a man, but as an African-American man, you got to go out in the world and fight all day. You got to compete with other people. You got to do a little bit better than your Caucasian counterparts
Yeah.
just to get to the same place. The last thing I want to do is come home and fight with a woman. I've been fighting all day. So anyone that was going to be a handful or need to be handled, that didn't even cross. That wasn't even in my radar. It's like, okay, that you're for somebody else. And that's, if you want to be that way, that's cool. You know, and it's funny because I've had some conversations with some of your friends about stuff like this. And I've told them, it's like, I'm a lot to handle. He just didn't know what to do with me. It's like, okay, but here's what I'll tell you. Look at your outcomes. If the attitude and the behaviors that you have are yielding the results that you want, then why would you change? If the way that you act is getting you everything you want, you have no incentive to change. However, if the way that you act, the behaviors that you have, and the ideals that you have, if they're not yielding the results that you want, like if you want a long-term relationship, you want marriage, if they're not yielding that, you might want to reconsider. But do whatever you want. But it's just, for me, your intelligence was impressive. Your talent is, she's the most talented person I've ever met. And I've met some talented people. I've sat and had a conversation with Michael Jordan. I sat and had a conversation with Bill Gates. I've met some really talented people, but I'm talking about in different disciplines, the multiple things that she can do. Never met anybody like her.
That's
And
pretty
so
sweet.
it's true though. But it's true. But you know, you got some things you can work on, but I'm just saying, but
You have nerve, gall, and audacity.
well, I have stuff I can work on too because
okay,
because I'm human.
but
okay. I'm not. You're not perfect, but
close.
You're as close. No,
I'm joking.
You're as close to perfect for me as I would ever find. So that's it was an easy decision for me to make. And do you remember? You probably don't. Do you know? I don't know what we're talking about this. We talk about appealing to a man, but do you know? Do you remember the day when I decided I was going to ask you to marry me? Do you remember the instance?
How can I know the day that you wanted to marry me? That was in your heart and in your mind, your body, and your spirit.
That's true. You probably don't even know what day I decided.
What day did you decide?
It was on a Saturday.
What day did you decide it?
It was on a Saturday. Mm-hmm. So, and I'll say this, and then I don't really want to talk anymore. But because I'm doing all the talking, this is weird.
Well, you like to talk, sir?
No, I like to talk to you. I don't like to do this, but so I have asthma. And I think I've told the story before.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you did tell me the story, but now you said it to them and now they want to know what it is.
But I knew I liked her, you know, she checked off almost all the boxes. One of the things is that when we started talking, I'd never, been around anybody famous like that. Athletes, one thing, but they were men. So I'd never been around a famous female before. So I didn't know what to expect, but I told her something I had planned for a certain day, and she remembered. And I remember being shocked that she was interested in my life. So, but that was early on. So, but moving forward, we were dating, and I come down to Atlanta to meet her, to hang out, and we were getting kind of close. We weren't saying the L word, but we were getting kind of close. And didn't Mike say turn off all
I'm sorry,
of
it's
the
Tawanda.
ringers before? Oh, well, answer it. Okay.
Hey,
And I was I came
No,
into the
what's wrong?
room, and
wait a minute, hold on. What's happening?
well, this is on recording
What's
this.
happening?
What?
Crap Chief called me to
Uh,
tell me that Satan Face and his family are bashing us on social media.
For what?
Because they mad because we telling the truth finally. You know what I'm saying? It's cool when it's the narrative, the negative narrative is what I was speaking of. It's cool when it's a negative narrative because that keeps him as the victim.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
So little Kevin called you and told you that?
Yep. He texted me. First of all, he texted me first and was like, "Auntie, call me when you get off the live."
Okay, we have like 5 more minutes on this live, and I'm gonna call you right back.
Okay, bye.
Okay, later.
Goodbye.
That takes the air out of my story. My whole mood is messed up. I'm gonna finish it, but
Of course you will.
man.
You
But
like to talk?
anyway, how many times are you gonna say that?
Because I like listening to you talk. We talk good stories to each other. We have a great time when we drive to
we
St.
like to
Louis.
talk
We
like
always
that.
talk all the time.
Yeah, the timeline goes so much faster when you're with me. But anyway, so I'd gone to work out. I played ball. I played ball with Los.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget it. Los and I went to play ball, and I came back, and this woman has so many purses. I don't know what.
It doesn't matter how many.
No, but it does matter, so you can get the scope of what was going on. There were at least 40 purses sitting around the bedroom. At least. There were more in the closet, but there were at least 40 purses sitting around the bedroom. Need to give some of them away now. But
I've given several of them.
I thought that she was going to sell them on eBay or something. Or maybe she was looking for something that she lost. And so I walked in and I took a shower and I came out. I'm like, what are you doing? You selling stuff? Why are you having your purses out? And she said, no. And I saw this. I said earlier, I have asthma. I saw this big box of Primatene Mist, right? And I'm like, you have asthma too? And she's like, no. What she was doing was she was taking the pills and putting them in every purse she had. She said, I just want to make sure I have them if you ever need them. It was that minute. I'm like, I'm about to marry her. It was that simple. It was that day. We had some things that came and got in the way, but that day I knew. We should go.
Yeah, we should. I think it's time to go home and do nighttime stuff.
Yeah. So say goodbye. Oh wait, talk about
I'm still relishing in the
number 2
in the moment. Shoot. But before we leave, we want to say thank you to our new members. We want to thank our subscribers. We want to thank you guys for ordering the Tuxedo brand coffee. And don't forget, the ones who subscribe get the sign bags.
Mm-hmm.
And we also would like to say thank you to Healy. It's in Walmart right now. It's kinetic tape, so it's great for whoever works on our lives and our streams and such. This is amazing. It has magnesium in it.
And menthol.
Really great for you, and menthol. So it's great to heal those muscles up.
Because and so it does well on your lower back. And Mike, you used it. Speak up. How did it work? Just say it out loud.
Over. Perfect.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's in Walmart nationwide now. And then there's a pregnancy tape that you can see there in the front. Won't be in Walmart until November, but it can be ordered online at HealyMedical.com.
Yes. So we're really excited about everything.
Yeah.
Trucking with C, we thank
Trucking
you.
Life,
Trucking Life with C,
CIE.
CIE. But she knows that we talking about her. C,
Yeah, but you got to get it
with
right
C.
though.
Trucking Life with C.
CIE
Yes. Thank you.
again.
Just thank you.
Yeah, we should sit down tomorrow and try to figure out how to.
Contact her in some way,
Well,
shape,
that too.
or form.
But we
Yeah,
need to figure out how to use that money so we can go buy groceries with it.
that's
So
true.
we can
too.
buy stuff for because
Yes.
he's sponsoring Monday. We already said.
Yes.
So
we
Monday
thank you.
is sponsored by Trucking
And
Life
as a matter of
CIE.
fact, let us know what you want us to cook.
You know what?
That'd be nice.
Yeah. we
Yeah,
should
let
do
us know what you would like to
Put it
see.
in the comments.
Yes, let us know what you'd like to see, or just slip into one of our DMs or something.
Mhm.
Go ahead, make sure you follow Healy Medical, HEALI Medical on IG. Of course, tipping the scales, Bond Scales,
Trina Braxton
Trina Braxton 1,
and Tuxedo Brand Coffee.
Tuxedo Brand. Did I say Tuxedo Brand Coffee already?
Yeah, I'm just doing them again.
And
Used
of course,
to-
True Flicks.
True Flicks. Thank you.
And for all your travel needs, MJ Travel. But anyway,
Okay.
you will see us very, very soon on yet another platform. We will talk more about it on Monday. It's
Yeah.
called Radiant TV.
Yeah, we're gonna start fully disclosing about that because we're gonna make the move. It's cutting edge. It's giving content creators and entertainers a way to put their content out there
Mhm.
unadulterated, without having to edit yourself, without having to worry about this, and make a significant amount of money by being fairly compensated for the work that your pay will be commensurate with your effort. And that's not always the case on other platforms, but at this one it will be. So we'll give you information about
Yes,
it.
we're very excited. We thank you guys yet again for just having cocktails and rerunning the clips from the Braxtons. We just appreciate you and we thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Have a good night.
I'll find a better tagline for on and off too.
This was better tonight.